Okay, I wanted to talk to you about ethics in the media. But see, you can look up ethics for anything. Ethics in politics, ethics in healthcare, ethics in the workplace, ethics in business, ethics in psychology. But I want to go to ethics in the media. Ethics in media communications, ethics in media reporting, ethics in media information literacy. So when you look for ethics, ethics in media law, okay, so let's just go to ethics in media. Or the lack of. Media ethics refer to the principles that govern how media practitioners, including journalists, broadcasters, and other content creators, should behave and operate in a responsible and ethical manner. These principles aims to ensure accuracy, fairness, impartiality, and respect for the public and individuals. Essentially, media ethics help shape responsible news reporting and content creation. Key principles of media ethics include truthfulness, providing accurate and factual information is paramount. Journalists and media professionals should always strive to verify their sources and avoid knowingly publishing false information. Accuracy, carefully fact-checking and attention to details are crucial. This includes ensuring that stories that are properly cited and adhere to up-to-date stylistic conventions. Impartiality. Media should strive for objectivity and balance in their coverage, avoiding personal biases and presenting different viewpoints fairly. Fairness. This principle involves treating all individuals and parties involved in a story fairly, acknowledging both sides of an issue and avoiding conflicts of interest. Privacy. Reporting individual privacy, especially for those not in the public eye, is essential. Journalists should be mindful of potential harm caused by revealing private information. Transparency. Being transparent about the sources of information and methods used in reporting builds trust with the public. Avoiding conflicts of interest. Media professionals should avoid any situations where their personal interests might compromise their objectivity and impartiality. Compassion. Recognizing the potential impact of media coverage on individuals and communities, especially those affected by tragedy or grief, is important. Journalists should show sensitivity and avoid causing unnecessary harm. Respect for human dignity. Media should avoid defamation, slander, and insults and treat individuals with respect, even in news reporting. Why is media ethics important? Building trust. Ethical media practices are crucial for building trust between media outlets and the public. Promoting informed public discourse. Accurate and unbiased information is essential for informed public debate and decision making. Protecting individuals and communities. Ethical media practices help ensure that individuals and communities are not harmed by news coverage or other media content. Maintaining integrity of the media profession, upholding ethical standards is essential for the reputation and credibility of the media industry. Examples of ethical considerations in the media. Fact-checking. Thorough fact-checking is essential before publishing any story. Avoiding biased language, using neutral and objective language in news reporting. Protecting vulnerable populations, exercising extra caution when reporting on sensitive topics like child sexual abuse or victims of crime. Be mindful of impact of news coverage, considering the potential emotional and physical psychological impact of news stories on individuals and communities. Avoiding conflicts of interest, refraining from reporting on stories that could benefit personal or professional interests. Being transparent about sources and methods, providing clear information about how stories were gathered and verified. Media ethics, the importance of ethics in journalism, media ethics in mass communication, ethics, society of professionalism, the role of ethics in news journalism, integrity, ethics, Model 10, key issues. Journalists have special responsibilities. Okay, let's go there. Okay, journalists have a special responsibility to be watchdogs over government and public affairs. Furthermore, journalists should endeavor to ensure that the transparency of public records and business. In this sense, the SPJ Code appears to promote that the idea that journalists owe a duty to the public to provide accurate information, to facilitate open access and transparency of governments and other individuals in authoritative positions, and to provide those with a voice in society the opportunity to speak and share their beliefs, perspective, and experiences. Experts on media ethics echo the value of importance of truth-seeking by journalists. Journalists and news organizations should be truthful, and the reporting should be accurately represent the issues or stories being reported. However, with this in mind, it is also critically important that journalists maintain respect for individual privacy while seeking the truth. At times, the individual's right to privacy may clash with the public's need to know information. These are ethical obligations on both sides. Every decision, therefore, journalists face difficult choices. Minimize harm. Tension between competing goals of publishing information for the greater good of the public and refraining from sharing such information in order to protect individual privacy rights raises ethical questions. But there's a lot to be said, but there it is. Seek truth and report it. Calls on journalists to take responsibility for the accuracy of their work. Confirm any information before releasing it, and rely on original sources when possible. The code promotes and encourages journalists to use their work to facilitate greater transparency of those in power. For example, the code requires that journalists be persistent and brave in their constant effort to hold those in power accountable. This is beautiful. I love the law. I have a whole lot of respect for it. I just don't have any respect for those that aren't abiding by it. Okay, University Model Series Integrity and Ethics. Model 10, Integrity and Ethics. Okay, people, I'm just giving you, places to look, things to look up, things you should know. And people, you should be asking, why isn't this happening? Okay, that was ethics in politics. I mean, in the media. I just did the one in the ethics in politics and posted that, which is mandatory. But who does that? All right. Now, I've talked to people in the media before, and I even tried to talk to them about ethics in the media. And as you well know, I always get shut down. So I need your help, all of you, whoever's listening. Confront your politicians, confront the media, confront lawyers and judges. I'm giving you all these laws to use against them. And remember, they all took an oath, and violating that oath requires fines, removal from said office, and incarceration. Nothing but peace and love for you, all right? May your Creator rain many blessings. Long life and good health, my friends. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting that for you.